All right, so Ghost Clash Meat Week. Everything came and went well. Didn't end training going very well. Had a little problem with my hips, lower back, everything being kind of tight, kind of off kilter. Hit the chiropractor three, four times. Also got a really good massage. Did some stretches that I kind of got bad at doing, and overall flew out, felt very good. um, Another problem arose Monday prior to the Saturday meet. Um, I took my shirt off Monday night to get into the shower, and I noticed in my right pec armpit area, I had a pretty decent sized bruise, about the size of a $half. And if you know me, know I've torn my pecs and strained my pecs about 5 to 7 times in 20 years. I definitely knew what that was, and that was pretty unnerving, pretty annoying to have happen. Thing is I benched the day before, max weight 275 for a couple singles, and didn't feel anything. So I don't know what the hell the deal was, but because of that, I had to lower my bench opener by about 30 some pounds because I just don't want to tear my pec off. I've been very lucky just doing muscle fiber tears. Even some have been extremely bad, but none have been the tendon, which have needed surgery. So I had to be pretty careful with that. So weighed in Friday, 2 o'clock, went through the equipment check, all that stuff. Everything was good. Um, Weighed in at 301, which was pretty light considering I was rolling around 303, 305 for about a week or two, which is a lot heavier than I wanted to be for this meet, in all honesty. But when I started lifting heavy and everything, I just started eating and eating and eating because it feels better when you eat a lot and you lift the heavy weights. And I know that's not the answer, especially at my age. I shouldn't be 300 plus pounds anymore. At least that's what my wife keeps telling me. And I know she's not wrong. But maybe next time I can weigh in at the 280 that I was planning on for this meet. But all in all, Ghost Clash, great setup. I tried to get in a year earlier. I missed it because I was on the sign up because I was on an airplane going to Washington, and I was so happy to get in this year. The meet setup, absolutely awesome. The warm up room, even better. Uh, Everything that's on the platform is in the warm up room. Three monos, three benches, three deadlift areas, plenty of space to stretch, kilo plates, all the bars. So shout out to Alex Uslar and everybody at Ghost who did a great job. Um, the spotters and loaders also fantastic. It's really nice to go out on a platform on meet day and not even worry about losing anything and getting hurt for anything like that. I don't ever plan on missing a lift, so I don't really think about it much. But just to know, seeing how they were out there, fantastic group of people, and the judging wasn't bad. I screwed myself on my second squat, and I'll show it here shortly. Um, I don't ever look at rules. I just figure I've done close to 30, 40 of these competitions now. I can figure everything out. And they had a start command on squat. And I totally forgot. Not on my first, but on my second. So that's a really, really dummy move. My wife comes into the back after squat. She goes, "Yeah, rookie move out there, idiot." She didn't use the idiot. I threw that in there, but I knew what she was saying. But yeah, rookie mistake by me. But you bring out the bench, you got to hold it for a good 2 seconds. Nice long pause, which didn't really bother me being a bencher who sinks it. I'm really not holding the weight with my arms. My big old belly is, so I can hang out there all day. Um, in a deadlift, I was listening to commentary. My only real gripe about the whole Ghost Clash meet, which isn't really a gripe, but the live stream, which is free, which is awesome. Don't have to pay for it. And the videos I got, I kind of ripped from there. The commentary was kind of, I was kind of hoping they would, I've heard in previous years, a certain commentator who I've heard who I really liked. I won't, screw, I'll say his name, Garrett Fear, would really, really give a lot of good color commentary to the lifters. And for this being a pretty good professional meet, I was really kind of hoping to get that same thing because it's nice to go back after you're on a platform lifting to go back and watch the live stream to see what they said about you and if they noticed from your first, second, third attempts, stuff like that. Um, they didn't really do that here, so that was kind of a bummer. Um, but when I was deadlifting, they were questioning my shoulder positioning on my lifts, and I don't know what the fuck they were looking at. I watched my videos plenty of times, and I know the commentator who was questioning it was competing on the pro day. So, just in case you see this, shoot me a comment. I'd really like to uh, know what you meant about that. I didn't go to the Ghost Clash on the pro day. I wanted to have a vacation with my wife since I literally haven't had a day off this year until the day we flew out from work. So I didn't want to spend it at another day at a competition. So, all right, enough of me talking. I think I covered everything. If I forgot it, I apologize. You're just going to have to try to get in that competition yourself. So, I'm going to do my little talky thing over these videos, and that's it. Thank you, everyone, for watching these. All right, so here we go. First attempt, 589. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know I wanted to open around 604, but the whole hip shift thing, I decided to lower it. And I normally really like to open super light anyways. The 604 was kind of high, so I probably would have backed down to this whether I had any hip shift problem or not. I like making big jumps in competitions. I view a competition as six lifts anyways. Get my last warm up on the platform. So this moved like a smoke show. Um, Most of my openers always do. Nice and easy in and out of the hole. You gotta wait for the rack command. A lot of people will get confused and bring the bar back as soon as they see the mono arms come back in, but you gotta wait for that rack command. Again, that just comes with experience and knowing how these meets go. But this is me in my boneheaded move. Um, what was really nice about this meet also is Alex is a huge hardcore guy. I believe he's in a band in himself, so the music was really on point. Me loving hardcore death metal and stuff like that. So listening to hardcore music while competing is always fantastic. So I just went. As soon as I started going, I heard the start command. So I already knew this was no lift, but I was kind of hoping he missed it. That's why I was looking for the lights. I was like, oh, nope. Normally, I never even look at the lights. If I move the weight, I know I normally got it. So, and here's something else that I do is if I miss a weight, I don't go up because if you miss the third, if you go up to what you're gonna, let's say I wanted to go 688 here, and then I miss it, then I end with a 589. How embarrassing is that? So I rather end with a 650, come out nice and healthy. And you see here, I look at the starting, the head judge to make sure I get the start command in and out. Little pissed at myself, but all in all, very happy with 650. It's not a PR, but still more PRs to be had. So, like you seen in the beginning there, me talking, 352 is a pretty light opener. I think I was gonna open before this around 380 something. So I dropped it about 30 pounds, which isn't excuse me, a ton of weight, but I was hoping to get 457, 460 something, but I'm not going to tear my pec off. Nice sink. Oh, boom, exploded. Not benching with a lot of leg drive here for some reason. I don't know if it's because the bench was felt shorter. Actually, I don't believe it was, but it just felt shorter. The pad's different than mine that I bench on every week, so I'm not going to be all crazy about it. But second attempt, 402. This, for some reason, felt heavier than my third. I think because now this is probably where a little bit of anxiety starting to set in of, okay, if my pec's going to go, it's probably going to go here. Nice self handout. Bring it out nice and smooth. 2-second pause. Smoke show. Everything felt really, really light. I actually have a harder time picking the weight out of the rack because it's got those rollers than I do actually doing any part of the lift, which is kind of funny. But sadly, not all the weight I wanted to move. So I moved to 435 for my third. This, in my end of career here, is a PR for me by about, I think, 6 or 8 pounds. So this is one of my PRs for the day, which isn't bad. It's not everything I wanted, but you can't complain about a PR considering I had shoulder surgery and hernia surgery last year. So all in all, very happy. Boom, moved nice and easy. Man, 460 really could have been there for sure. But oh well. So 578 opener on the deadlift. I don't know, maybe you guys could see it. I don't see what he's talking about with the shoulders. Maybe I'm not fully standing erect. um, but everything moved real good. And I think I know I said it in some of my previous videos of training that I did not want to use a belt in the meet for deadlifts just because for some reason it's just feeling weird for me right now. So I'd rather just take it out of the equation considering what I've been going through the last couple weeks and just party on the platform. Little moderate jump, 639. Um, wasn't sure what was going to happen here. Just kind of grip and rip. I actually only took 4 warm ups in the back because my abs were cramping a little bit. I didn't have enough electrolytes in me, but end of the day here was 661. Figured I'd YOLO a PR here just by a pound from training and everything. Belly guts looking on point. Get set, get my air nice and tight, and kind of grip. This is the only weight that actually felt heavy all day. Boom. There she is. Nice 8 for 9 day. Can't remember what I totaled, like 1746. But thank you.